So hey Tyan, I appreciate your time today. You've kindly agreed to come down and talk to me. So my name's Michael James under Mescal. Obviously, people that used to watch my videos, I used to go by the name Apollo James Jackson, but that was more of a nickname, so you can just call me Michael. So Tyan, so I remember I've seen quite a lot of your videos. I'd like to ask you. I know you sort of used to be a professional boxer yourself. Can you tell me about your professional career?
When I was boxing, I didn't sell tickets. So I was just a guy, who turned up to make up the numbers and just took fights at 4 days notice, against people like Eubank and Liam Williams, that level. There's a guy called Proxer who I boxed. He was like a 3-time European champion. He boxed Golovkin, in a world title fight.
Wow, okay.
I boxed him at 5 days notice. So I was the guy who just turned up, just to make up the numbers. Sometimes I got robbed, sometimes I boxed shit and ran out of steam, and boxing's just, I prefer doing what I'm doing now, with my YouTube channel. Just sitting down, talking a load of crap. I don't have to train, I don't have to fucking eat porridge, I don't have to run up hills. I'd have to drink about 10 of these. I had to drink a lot of water, when I was training.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Stay hydrated. But this is boring, innit? You don't drink, do you? You
Never,
don't drink alcohol.
Never tried
Never.
it.
You don't live that life.
No, sir.
You're not about that alcoholic life or running after women and stuff like that, chasing after women.
No, I never have been. When it comes to women, I have the status of a plum. I'm a quiet man. I'm single. 29. Don't drink, don't smoke. I don't go out.
You've never been with a woman, no?
No, to be honest, I'd rather just sort of wait till I'm married.
Yeah, that's quite rare, in today's day, where there's all these fucking women about.
Yeah, I'll be honest, it don't bother me. I'm 29, never had sex. I'd just rather wait till I'm married. I'm thick-skinned. I don't care if people want to sort of mock me. It don't bother me.
Earlier on when we were talking, you said that you suffered from depression.
Yeah.
Is that because you've never had sex? Because they say it's a stress reliever, like boxing.
That's a good question. So I think last time I sort of suffered from depression was 2013. It was just I used to be very involved in boxing, and I was trying different things. I wanted to interview people. I wanted to sparred a few different pros, but I wanted to have fights. But I just packed it all in. I just thought I haven't got the discipline for boxing, and as you said, drinking I don't mind drinking water, but it's the training. It just is boring, isn't it? It gets boring after a while.
That's why I like people like Kid Gallard, because he'll fight on Saturday and he'll be back in the gym on Sunday. He's got that desire, and that fucking hunger to achieve. That's quite attractive, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's quite appealing. When someone's got that level of ambition. It's quite good to see, isn't it? It's refreshing.
I respect that.
I rate him, and he should be a world champion. Do you think he beat Warrington?
Yeah, I believe so.
The politics in boxing, this is what I'm talking about. I was always the away fighter. I got robbed a lot in my career, but there's no camera footage of it because it was years ago. And it was just in little leisure centres, in little shit cities.
Yeah.
So there's no footage of it, for me to show my kids or my grandkids that I got robbed. But Barry getting robbed against Warrington.
At least he made all that money.
It's on camera. Yeah, he made some good money, didn't he?
But I'll tell you the truth.
And in his heart, he knows he should be world champ.
Yeah, but thing is, I'm an honest guy. I feel that Kid Gallagher had won the fight. But the reality is, take with you, obviously we know boxing's a money business. People want to make as much money as they can. And the situation with Galahad and Warrington, it's difficult to go beat a guy in his hometown when he sells that many tickets. So that's what the issue is. So I work in construction. So if I'm doing one job, if someone calls me up and say, come to our site, we'll pay you more, I'll come. I've done it plenty of times.
You're going to do it for the money.
Yeah.
But that's what we was just talking about off camera. You're saying that you're really opinionated.
I am.
And if you interview Joshua and you say, do you want me to talk about this or not?
Go for it.
If you're interviewing Joshua, you'll say to him, Wilder's going to knock you out.
Yeah, I would.
So I said to you, that's unnecessary. And you're saying, well, I'm a man, I can give my opinion. But by doing that, all these boxers are going to fuck you off. So you're not going to get the numbers, are you? You're not going to get the views.
No.
And that's where the money is, isn't it?
I'll give you a quick example. I actually told Tyson Fury once to his face. So I was in the camp. They've let me go to the camp for the first Tay fight. I got in touch with his uncle Peter Fury, very nice guy. So they let me come out there. They said, all right, they said, come to Belgium. We'll let you come to Belgium. And I specifically asked Peter, if I come, can I spar Tyson on camera? A lot of people will watch it. Peter said, yeah, come. I know who you are. I've seen your videos. Come if you want. So I've gone all the way to Belgium. He's let me spar Tyson Fury on camera. So then we're all sitting there and Peter's got a cabin in the woods. Next time I see Peter, I'm going to ask him this on camera. So we're sitting in his cabin in the woods. We're all having like a little chat. So it's me, Peter Fury, Huey Fury, someone else, his name I forget, Steve Cunningham, Eddie Chambers are there, and Tyson Fury's there. So we're all chatting. So I said to Tyson, yeah, you know, Tyson, thanks for letting me into your camp. I'm looking forward to the Hay fight. I think you'll beat Hay. I think, you've got the size and reach advantage. I've seen your fights. I've seen Hay's fights. Hay burns out after about 5 or 6 rounds. So I believe you'll beat him. I believe you'll beat Hay. And then I said, yeah, but you know what? I think I don't think you can beat Vladimir Klitschko though. And it got awkward. Like it was an awkward reaction. Yeah. It wasn't him so much, but it was like everybody else. Like it was a very awkward situation. Yeah, so I was looking around. I thought, what do I say now? And someone said to me, yeah, but you can't talk to the man like that. You've come in his camp. They've let you come in. They let you eat with them. So, it was getting a bit awkward.
I don't care about stuff like that. If I was boxing somebody and you was asked who you think's going to win, you say the other guy, that you can't help but thinking he's going to win. That's not your choice, is it? You can't help how you feel, can you?
Yeah.
But some people take it personal. You're all right, yeah?
They take it personal, don't they?
Some people take it, it's not a personal thing, is it? It's just opinions. So what's the problem?
It was alright. Tyson didn't really mind. Tyson wasn't really fussed. And actually, the next time I saw Peter, Peter just sort of laughed it off. He didn't mind. But people in boxing, they don't.
People will say, "Oh, you should get behind the British fighter." Why should you? If there's a British guy boxing an American guy, and the American guy is a nice guy, and he's trained harder than the British guy, and he's shown more sacrifices and committed himself more to the sport, I want him to win.
Yeah.
I'm not going to want the other guy to win just because he lives closer to me. Why would that matter to me?
Why should it?
I'm not getting any of his money, am I?
No.
I'm not getting his fight money. I'm not getting that title belt that he's going to win if he wins. So why would I care? Why would I want the British guy to win just because he happens to live a bit closer to me? He's not doing anything for me, is he?
No.
But they might say on a whole, it might help British boxing. Like Joshua getting his belts back by
Andy Ruiz. Yeah.
So they're saying that's helped. British boxing, because if it went over to is he with PBC, Andy Ruiz?
Yeah.
If it went over there, all the belts would be tied up. So I can kind of understand wanting to go with the British guy, but yeah, I don't care.
No, I understand that. You can sort of go with whoever you want, but I don't like it when you try to tell other people what to do. So I'm just giving my opinion. I'm not biased. If you see a fight, certain fights, you just have a point of view on who's going to win. If you take Khan Brook, so years ago, I think when it was big, 2012, 2013, back then I felt Khan was going to win. I was thinking Khan on points. But these days, the amount of time Khan's been knocked out, and Khan's from a lower weight division. Kell Brook's been a career welterweight all his career. Personally, I feel Kell probably stop him beside the distance. So that's just my point of view from what I can see. If I'm wrong, let Khan prove me wrong. Yeah. I haven't got anything against Khan.
That fight's lost its appeal.
But it's lost. It's dead.
I don't care.
That fight back
I lost interest in that fight about 8 years ago.
That fight was more like 2011, that sort of time. But now nobody cares anymore.
I was at an amateur boxing show with Kell Brook, and someone came up to him and said to him, "When are you fighting Khan?" And he says, "I'm sick of answering that question." And that was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
So when he did that public workout the other day, and people are still asking him that, the interviews. It's like, why can't these fuckers come up with something else to say?
I know.
Can't they be more creative with their questions, other than asking Kell when he's fighting Khan? You've been asking that 8 years. Do you know what I mean? So you're a bit different because you give your opinion, don't you? If you're interviewing a boxer and you think he's going to lose his fight, you'll say. But that could be a hindrance to you because you're not going to get interviews, are you? If you be too
I know, it doesn't bother me.
No, but you want the numbers, because we were just talking off camera and you were saying you want that money. That's where the money is. Views, monetization. Do you know what I mean? Merchandise. I've sold thousands of pounds of merch. You know, so that's numbers, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
That's some decent numbers. So you should be bothered, you know, if you want that money.
Well, we'll see
You
how.
don't want to work on a construction site, do you?
Of course not, which is what I currently do. But listen, I've got loads of plans. I'm flying next month to East Africa, so I'll see how things go. I'll make a plan for what I want to do in my life this year. So, alright then, so let's talk about some of your YouTube videos. Do you have anything against anyone in boxing on a personal level? Because sometimes it does seem as if you get very personal.
Do I take it too far?
It doesn't.
Too far
It doesn't bother me.
insults?
I don't.
I'm not talking about you.
Yeah. No. What I meant was, I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't say. That's up to you. But sometimes it just seems if you've got it in for some of these people. Don't worry, you do what you want. But I'm just trying to. Have you got anything against? Like obviously you talk about Coogan with his bent legs, Coogan Ramanathan.
Yeah.
You got anything?
That is a gay name, Rami and Nathan. That's gay.
Sounds like it.
Sounds gay, man. Well, depends. You're asking me like, have I got a problem with them on a whole? You have to say like which person you're talking.
All right, take
Which
Coogan.
individuals. Coogan. He's just one of them guys. I just like having a go at.
Okay.
It's nothing personal. I won't want him to commit suicide because of my videos. And
Yeah.
if he did, I feel a bit bad.
You would, yeah.
I feel a little bit bad. But I don't want to cause him to suffer from depression like you did.
About years
not
ago.
nice, is it?
Yeah. No,
You
it's not.
Tyson
That.
Fury,
Yeah.
depression. So yeah, I don't want to drive Coogan into that state.
And yeah, when you're
I just
depressed,
find it funny to have a little go at him. You know what I mean?
yeah. So do a lot of other people.
Yeah.
I find it funny.
Just humour, innit?
Yeah, but I remember when I was depressed. Like, when you're depressed, you just don't feel like doing anything. You just want to stay home, stay in bed,
Yeah.
just watch YouTube videos.
If to get out, that's the good thing about boxing, though. You know, when you work out, you sweat it out, you release those endorphins. You know, it makes you feel good, don't it?
It does.
That's what I was saying to you before. You might have been depressed because you're still a virgin, like 29 years old. You have to fucking bang, man. You have to bang. You're in Sheffield, there's loads of brothels here. So I'll take you down afterwards, yeah.
I'm alright, no
It's
thank
on
you.
me, it's on me, it's on me.
I'm
getting
alright.
that YouTube money now, so it's on me, yeah.
I'm alright, so thanks for offering. So what is the overall sort of vision for your channel? What do you want to do?
Boxing, you know, my channel's like a boxing channel, innit? But I used to be a radio presenter,
Okay.
and I loved it. And it wasn't really boxing, it was just casual, you know, just because boxing's not that interesting, is it? Like, what's going on in boxing right now of interest? If I was
Nothing.
to go home and do a video, what am I going to talk about? The Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder rematch. What about it?
Not happening, so.
Huh?
You said Tyson. Oh, the Tyson Fury, yeah, sorry.
Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder
Yeah.
rematch. You know, what can I really say about it? We all know.
everyone's
you know, we've all got pretty much the same opinion about how it's going to go. Tyson will either out boxing, or he'll get caught and knocked out.
Yeah.
Is that your opinion as well?
Yeah, of course.
So there's nowhere to go with it.
And obviously everyone else talks about it, so you're just repeating what's already been
Yeah, I
said.
can't be doing with it. It's like going back to the Kell Brook Amir Khan thing. You know, if you ask me about that, I'd just say, just forget it, just move on.
Oh yeah, I'm not
We've been
in.
talking about it for years.
It's boring.
It's just fucking dragging on, isn't it? So yeah, boxing's not that interesting. So I'd like to go down a different route as well. Not leave it completely, but just mix it up. And maybe do podcasts talking about whatever.
Okay, cool. What sort of are there any sort of fights you want to see in boxing? Do you watch fights? Do you find it interesting?
Yeah, there's a few in there like Terence Crawford,
Yeah,
Errol Spence, you know, fights like that.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, that's obvious. That's what I'm saying. I didn't even want to say that because that's what we all think. So I'm already saying what people are already thinking or have already said. So it's like, what's the point? Yeah, whatever. Obviously, Joshua against Tyson.
I tell you what, I'll ask you
Can't be dealing
some.
with these, like, yeah.
Alright, how about this one? What would you like to see change in boxing? Because to me, there's a lot of so many politics, so many fights where people don't get the right decision. You got situations like recently you had Kid Galahad against Josh Warrington. You know, I thought Kid Galahad won that fight. Or you know what was worse? Callum Smith against John Ryder.
Yeah.
To me, I thought Ryder. But what is with Callum Smith? They're trying to get him the big Anfield day, try and get him a big money fight with Golovkin. So that's why they didn't want to. To me, I think someone's like Eddie Hearn or whoever, someone's paid off somebody. You know what I mean? So I don't like seeing these dodgy decisions. What sort of problems do you see in boxing,
But
Tyan?
that's why I lost the desire for this sport. Because at first, when I first came here about 10 years ago, when I was about 22, 23,
Yeah,
I had that hunger, I had that desire, you know, looking at some of these photos on the walls, you know, and I came in here and I seen Johnny Nelson, you know, and Junior Witter and Ryan Rhodes, you know, Isham Pickering, you know these guys.
I know all of them apart from Pickering.
Isham Pickering was a British Commonwealth, European and world title challenger,
Yeah.
you know, trained here. So when I came in here and I seen all these guys here, I was a bit starstruck because I was obsessed with boxing at that time. But you know, going back to the politics and getting robbed and fucking shady promoters, it makes you lose that, you know, that desire and the interest in the sport.
Yeah, you lose
So then I started going downhill because I started off winning my fights, you know, when I was really hungry.
Yeah.
And I was sparring with Johnny Nelson every day. But then I just thought, fuck, it's stupid, this is. John Ryder should have won that fight as well. Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
He's not a big name, is he? He's not interesting enough, he's not entertaining, he doesn't stand out, you know, his interviews aren't really fucking all that.
They don't do the numbers.
There's no buzz behind him, but
Yeah.
he's a good fighter and he should be world champion now, but you know how boxing is.
Yeah, of course I
Dave
do.
Allen putting socks down his pants.
But that's
I
what
got
hit,
him 10 million views on YouTube.
that's what hits the numbers. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're talking about numbers before and you're saying you're not bothered. He got those numbers. He got 10 million views on YouTube. Now he's had 10 Sky box office fights and he hasn't even won an area title, so sometimes it's just gimmicks, innit?
But he's got that cult following.
He's got the cult following and they'll tune in to watch him box. It's all about the numbers, man. But John Ryder's not like that, is he? He doesn't put socks down his pants. He's not fucking that entertaining, is he?
Yeah,
So
you
I think
don't.
he should do it.
It has an effect, doesn't it?
Yeah, it definitely does.
Have there been any of your videos that you found particularly interesting? Any subjects? I mean, you talk about everything. Talk about drugs, and you
Drugs in
mentioned
boxing, yeah.
you talk about
I've done a
everything.
video called Drug Cheats in Boxing. And I
Yes.
said I'd take drugs
Yeah.
in boxing if I could get away with it. Because I was already at a disadvantage in terms of not having a promoter, taking fights at 4 days against Eubank, not having a sponsor. So like you go to work for 10 hours a day on a construction site, so you can't train properly. But you know people like Chris Eubank and Conor Ben, all they have to do is train and then go home and relax.
Yeah. So how can you fight them? Because they'll be sitting around, they'll be getting their massage, they'll be training twice a day. Meanwhile, so I've got to get up. I've got to be on site at 7:30 in the morning. Then once you finish work, it's like you're exhausted.
Exactly.
So
you
how-
can't give the 100% of training.
So how can I go to the gym and spar people that are fresh, people that have just been sitting around all day?
But some boxers have got that luxury of just sitting around. You get the top nutritionists,
Yeah.
top dietitians.
Especially
When I'm
if-
going in there with someone like them, they're already at an advantage. So I'd be willing to like make it more equal by taking drugs. If I could get away with it,
yeah.
I'd do it.
But a lot of them seem to
A lot
get.
of them are doing it anyway.
Yeah, a lot of them get away with it though, especially if you got money. Some of the big boys.
Yeah, so I'd do it. It's not even anyway. It's never an even playing field. Like I just said, you work for 10 hours.
Yeah.
That's what Brendan used to tell us as well. He used to get up and run at 4 in the morning, then go and work in a factory, you know, for 12 hours, and then come back here and train. So he didn't really get to where he was at a good level in boxing, Brendan.
Yeah.
Did well as a trainer. You know what I mean? And we was just talking off camera about who's the best trainer in Britain. It's got to be him on it, Brendan.
Yeah, I'd put
Produced
Brendan.
4 champions from
Yeah.
nothing. Johnny Nelson, Kell Brook, Junior Witter, Nassim Hamed.
Yeah.
Harold Graham was brilliant as well.
Just never won the world title.
Yeah, Harold Graham, Ryan Rhodes, you know, all these guys. And they're just like the main ones that you've heard of from here. There's loads of others, you know, who are good. If you come back here tonight and spar with Lee Duncan, I don't think you'll land a punch.
Probably not.
But that's not an insult to you.
Not at
But
all.
It's a compliment to him.
It's the truth, yeah.
Because you know these lines here, Brendan used to get us going up and down on the lines, around the circles, you know, doing all this footwork. So there's a lot of skill, you know, in this gym.
Yeah.
Come down and you'll see. Spar with Lee Duncan. Because
No.
I can't spar with him because I've been drinking alcohol last night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's loads of kids who are just coming in, so shall we wrap it up?
Yes, I will wrap you up. I really appreciate your time, Tyan.
No problem.
And yeah, I'll see you from time to time.
Anytime, yeah, thanks for that.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, cheers. See ya.